Alrighty folks, we're about to get started with our garage, finally. I have to do a little bit of moving up in the front, but the trucks are going to be coming, bringing us some gravel. And then in the next week or so, I have basically a friend of mine is going to be doing the concrete. So they'll be starting hopefully next week. I don't know where that is in relation to the video, but yeah, I'm pretty pumped. So just gonna get my excavator going. We're gonna move a little bit of junk. Yeah, hopefully the trucks start coming tomorrow. And hopefully in a few days after that, we actually start doing some, they start working the pad anyways. All right, let's get going. All right, we're starting to get some gravel. Truck just left. All I'm gonna do, just so the guys have more room with the big trucks and not interfere with the power wires, is we're gonna, for some reason the batteries are dead on the kids' truck there, but I'm gonna go up there, boost it. I'll just throw it behind the barn for now, so they got a little more room that they can go tuck and stab vehicles into here. All right, found some cables. Should be nice and magma in here. Whoa. Fire up and we'll get ourselves over there. Batteries are a little cruddy here. Eh, well. They're not dead, but it's not great either. I don't know if that ground's a gooder to get. Struggling a little bit. I know this thing takes nothing to pop off, but come on. Maybe she needs just a feathering of fuel. Oh yeah, there she goes. Happy, happy. Cool and good. Alright. Well, the boy's just been way too busy. He hasn't had a need for this truck yet this year. And he's been wanting to do some upgrades. I think that's a new diff. I think he wants to do a gear change on it, stuff like that. It's got 410s currently. I think they're great. But I guess that causes that he's got to buy new tires for it, and he's kind of putting that off. All right, let's throw this behind the barn. I am not a square body guy, but this thing's good. Behind the barn, and eventually I gotta go put that camper back. Carl was using that while he was out. Got a whole bunch of rain, so it's pretty mucky. Check it out. Slowly getting there. Well, this is the first step. Can't wait for this to be done. And then I'll have just such a better idea of what we're dealing with or what we got. I'm trying to plan. I have a rough idea how I want everything, but mostly I don't care. I just want stuff to work. But it feels like it'll be a pretty big shop. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyways, I don't know. Not much I can tell you because there's not a lot I can do. This is kind of somebody else is looking after the show here, so is what it is. You've seen some time lapse. We'll see more eventually yet. I'm pretty happy we're getting things going. I kind of like they started digging that up the other day. I was moving a whole lot of the dirt over there, just getting it out of the way. We're leaving some there because they might need some for some backfill, things like that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy where things are at here. Anyways, I will update you guys some more as more progress happens. All right, here's where we are at. I am digging it. How's that, eh? That looks pretty big when you stand here staring at everything. So we kind of loosey-goosey got everything set up where we want. Gonna have water lines out that way. There'll be, one day there'll be a toilet out there. Plan is to have a door there, a door here, and a door here. I sort of loosey kind of want around this 40-foot mark or 60-foot, somewhere around here. I'd like to have a wall. I'm a very visual person, so I kind of need to get the shop. I need walls, I need things to see to know what I want to do. Plans will probably change. For now, it's probably just going to be a big open shop, but in the big picture is I'd like to have around here, see there's one door here. I'm going to have a drive-on hoist here. I want a 2-poster over on the other side. I don't really know what I'm all doing. That's why I was checking for racking, pallet racking and stuff. Because on the one wall, like I'd like to have just pallet racking so I can store up high. And then I can have my toolboxes and machines and stuff like that underneath it. So it's kind of the thought. Where I was thinking, where my mezzanine thing was going to be, is like I was figuring at that 40-foot wall, I was going to have like a mezz with a sewing room and stuff like that. Whether that happens right now or not, I don't know. We're just trying to get all this stuff to work. That's kind of the plan. Anyways, little update for right now. I'm hoping that by the time I have this video out, we're gonna actually have concrete. That's my goal. So this is just little chunks. You've probably been watching. I've been working in the garage. You've been hearing, seeing things in the background. I'm just kind of saving it up for one nice little video for you folks. Anyways, once there's something else to update, which hopefully soon will be concrete, and then hey, we'll be one step closer. Unfortunately, we'll be waiting on a whole lot of other things after that, like our building package. We're waiting on that. I'm working with some friends again to see if they can do the framing and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I got for now. So I got a little project. I got to, for the pad, we got our grading for the, well, we don't have any grading. We got our drain pits. So I got to pretty much go out back and see if I can find myself some steel. Hopefully I got enough junk steel yet that I can make some rings for the pit. Well, this is our finished product. That was a whole bunch of work. First one was a complete experiment, and then we got the hang of it second round here. But yeah, basically this will be sunk into the floor. It covers our pit. Concrete will be flush. I'm going to cut a grating, probably maybe a pattern or something for it, but we got this like I say, this sits flush. This, we just got a couple tabs so the concrete holds it, so there's no chance of this getting pulled out or anything like that. So I put the pit there, the sleeves, I put them in there. They're just sitting. From there, you can see we made the extension so we can raise or lower them. So that's kind of what's happening with those. There you go. To everybody wondering what those things I was making before are, they are grates for our pit. Done and done. Later on, I'm gonna actually make a pattern to go over top of that. Or like, I don't know. I'm gonna plasma cut something to fit over this for a drain, but for now it's, people don't fall in it. Alrighty folks, here we go. Pad is done. I think some of you were addressing, wondering why it's so high. It's actually, we've got to have some elevation. I don't want water in, and I am going to be raising up a bunch of my driveway and stuff eventually is the plan. So we're kind of working a form out. There will be some concrete probably here one day when we can afford it. I think out here I'd like to have a concrete pad as well, just with maybe an outside hoist, but mostly just a pressure wash and do stuff would be the idea. I do have another a 2-post hoist, but I want to, it's not a nice one like in my eyes, so I wouldn't mind having it outside. Pad is done. I'm super happy with it. Really happy the way all the concrete turned out. It is awesome. We got our floor drains. You can see I made my grates before. They're done and on. But yeah, you can see the openings. We're gonna have doors, so there'll be 1, 2, then 3. Man door. Pretty sure I talked about all of this. Seems a little nicer now that we're actually standing on the pad. Somewhere around here is gonna be a said invisible wall, which from there we'll have like a mezz, like an overhead, like a room for my sewing and stuff like that. That is the plan. Get a little perspective. It's a pretty big pad. It's going to be set up a lot different than the other shop, that's for sure. I know I'm going to miss the depth that I had, but I think this will be formatted and just work so much better. Yes, no?
Yeah.
One step closer.
Every day.
I think next week material comes, and then I'm not sure when anybody's starting. But we'll get a little bit further.
Pablo was laying on the pad earlier today. It's like he knows this is his new home or something. He had a nice little nap in the corner over there.
Anyways, I think this is where we're going to leave our first little installment. I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.